Republican Congressman Mark Harris tells WBTV he's happy that Border Patrol agents are in Charlotte, but he believes they'll only be here for a short time.
Investigative reporter David Hodges interviewed Harris this afternoon and asked him how exactly Customs and Border Protection ended up with an operation here in the Queen City.
Are you happy that they are here?
Well, I am. I think it's important that they are there.
How do you balance that with some of the people who are being questioned, briefly detained, who are U.S. citizens? Does that part concern you at all?
Well, I think it's going to be very important that folks realize that the Border Patrol are law enforcement. They're probably not going to ask anybody any more questions than our normal law enforcement would ask somebody that is at the scene of a situation and to get more information. And so the people that are actually being targeted and arrested are those individuals that need to be. And honestly, if you've not done anything illegal, there's no need for concern. That's the main message that's got to be put out there.
Respectfully, there are a lot of job sites, construction sites around the Charlotte area that are empty today. And I can't imagine that every single one of those is filled with people who are just undocumented or illegal criminal aliens. So, what's your message to people who do feel concerned, even if you're saying there shouldn't be?
Well, I think that they've got to relax and they've got to recognize that the law enforcement is going to do what law enforcement said they would do. I think what you've seen happen in Memphis, Tennessee has been a success, even in those democratically run cities where their Democratic mayors were very hesitant to welcome that support in. Came back and said there's no denying that the facts speak for themselves. And I think that you're going to see the same thing happen in the city of Charlotte.
I think that's part of the confusion, though, is in some of those other cities, it was National Guard that went there. When you were here back in September and there was the hearing on violent crime in American cities, there was no mention of Border Patrol happening there. There was hardly even any mention of National Guard. So again, how did Border Patrol end up in Charlotte?
Well, I can only assume that Border Patrol ended up in Charlotte because of the leads that they had or information that they had. I mean, I've had an opportunity to talk to Todd Lyons myself as a congressman, and he sat across the table from about a half dozen of us and made it clear that when you see ICE, when you see Border Patrol moving in or stepping in, it's because they have inside knowledge of the criminal element that they are going after.